Hi, my name is Melissa Howland. I am the graduate recruiter here at the School of Engineering, and I'm joined on this info session tonight by my colleague Jill Harding. Give you an idea of what we're going to cover today, I have a brief presentation for you all, about 15 to 20 minutes, and then we'll have plenty of time for questions at the end. If questions come up as I am presenting, please go ahead and submit them using the Q&A function, and we'll be able to address all of the questions after the presentation. We would like to stay in touch with everyone who has joined us tonight. So if your name is not showing up as your actual name, if it's showing up as laptop or iPhone or whatever it might be, please just take a quick second right now, and in your box in the upper right hand corner, just hover over it, and a small box with 3 dots will appear. If you click that option, you'll have the choice to rename yourself, just so we can take attendance and stay in touch with everyone who joined us this evening, and make sure that you're getting all of our up-to-date communications. And with that being said, I'm gonna stop my video just so I'm not distracting anyone, and let's get started. So here's our agenda for the evening, what we're gonna learn about tonight. We're gonna start by going through our different program offerings. We'll discuss a little bit about our student body makeup, as well as our faculty, our different industry partnerships, as well as career development, how our different programs are really tailored for you, and then we'll go through all the different requirements for admissions. So through the School of Engineering, we offer 6 engineering master's degrees and 6 engineering certificates. Additionally, we do offer 3 software master's degrees and 9 software certificate options. We will host a separate information session that focuses specifically on the software programs, and that's actually taking place tomorrow evening. But tonight's session, we will just be focusing on our engineering programs. If you or someone you know is interested in a graduate software program, let's connect after this event, and we'd be happy to help you get registered for that event. Again, it's happening tomorrow evening. So our 6 engineering master's degrees that we offer are in electrical engineering, manufacturing engineering, mechanical engineering, regulatory science, systems engineering, and technology management. And then we offer 6 engineering certificate programs. All of our certificate programs consist of 4 or 5 classes to complete, and they take about 1 year's time to complete on their own. Many students do choose to add a certificate onto a master's program, and some classes may overlap. So in that circumstance, you may only need to complete 1 or 2 additional classes to tack on a certificate to your master's degree. Here at the University of St. Thomas, we have a really expansive and ever-growing alumni community who have been an integral part in our program's growth, our different company partnerships, as well as our overall vibrant community. Our programs are 100% faculty taught, so there's no teaching assistants running any of your classes, and these programs are designed for busy working professionals with evening courses. Most students finish these graduate programs in 2 to 2.5 years' time. We also offer more than 30 electives, so you truly have the opportunity to customize your program and focus on what you're really interested in. So now we're going to dive into each individual program a bit. So first, our Master's in Electrical Engineering. This is our only program that offers different concentrations, and you can see the different concentration offerings here on the screen. For each concentration, a student would take 5 core courses that students start with, and then 5 additional elective courses that they choose from. There's also an optional engineering project course, and this program is led by Dr. Chil Hong Min. For each of the programs, our program director contact information is listed here. So please, if you would like to reach out to the program director, and when we come across the program that you're interested in, feel free to jot down their contact information. So for our MS in Manufacturing Engineering, there are 5 core courses followed by 5 elective courses. The 5 core courses are Product and Operation Systems, Manufacturing Processes, Managerial Accounting and Performance Management, Statistical Methods for Manufacturing Quality, and an Engineering Capstone. Once all the core courses are complete, students take 1 elective course from each of the 5 topic areas, which you can see each of the elective topic areas listed on the slide. And Bob Bach is the program director for Manufacturing Engineering. Our MS in Mechanical Engineering has 2 tracks available, depending on whether students are coming in with a background in mechanical engineering or not. The 2-track options are based on whether your bachelor's degree was in mechanical engineering specifically, or if it was in another subject area. So this program allows for a lot of customization. Those with a mechanical engineering bachelor's degree will choose from 4 courses from both the analysis and design category, and then 2 additional elective courses. Those without a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering will start with 4 core classes and then choose 3 elective courses from each category. The 4 core classes are manufacturing processes, engineering mechanics, heat transfer and fluid mechanics, and materials engineering. Dr. John Abraham is the program director for mechanical engineering. Our master's in regulatory science consists of 9 core courses and 2 electives. This program is led by Mike Weingar. And to give you an idea of what some of those core courses include, there's design and manufacturing in the medical device industry, FDA medical device quality systems, preclinical activities, or a regulatory science project. Our master's in systems engineering consists of 6 core courses, followed by 4 electives. This program is led by Dr. Bob Monson. Some of the core courses for this program include Intro to Systems Design, Verification of Validation, Simulation and Visualization of Dynamic Systems, and an engineering project course. And finally, we have our master's in technology management, which is 12 courses altogether, including 9 core courses and 3 electives, led by Brad Reinbold. Some of the core courses include managerial accounting, strategic quality management, supply chain synchronization, tech forecasting and risk management, as well as an engineering capstone. So to pivot a little bit, something that most people are looking for when considering graduate education is postgraduate career opportunities. Here we have a list of the top 10 Minnesota employers for our engineering graduates. You'll definitely see some top companies listed here, including Medtronic, 3M, and Boston Scientific. These are many Twin Cities partners. Again, many of our partner companies are going to seem familiar. They have had great experiences hiring our previous graduates, and they are always excited to hire more Tommies. We take career development seriously. We offer our own office of planning and development. This includes career counseling, individualized coaching, Tommy-specific job postings, and these resources continue well after your graduation. So again, these resources are available for students who are currently in the program and for our alumni as well. To give you some insight into what our classrooms look like, on average, our class size is about 10 students. So that really small class size leads to very close relationships with faculty as well as peers and very individualized attention. The average age of our students is 32 years old. We have a wonderful international community on campus, with international students making up 31% of our student body. 34% of students identify as women, and 46% of students identify as people of color. As I said earlier on, our programs are very intentionally designed for busy working professionals. We have 3 start terms, so we take in new students fall, spring, and summer. We offer co-flex classes where some of the time you'll be in person and some of the time you'll be able to log in virtually. We do not follow a cohort model, so if you need to take time off, you are not bound by the set schedule of a cohort. You are following your own schedule. And most importantly, our programs are designed for both those who have studied these subjects previously as well as career changers. Our classes meet once per week in the evenings, and typically students take about 2 courses per semester. So hopefully after hearing all of that, you are now even more ready and excited to begin the application process. We try to make our application process as simple as possible. We require all applicants to have a bachelor's degree with a minimum GPA of 2.7 or higher on a 4.0 scale. If you do not meet this GPA requirement, please reach out to us, as we're happy to talk through extenuating circumstances that may have impacted your GPA. To verify your degree, we require transcripts from any school that you have attended for college. If you started at one school and transferred to the school where you graduated from, we will require official transcripts from both. In order for a transcript to be considered official, it has to come from the university or the university's issuing system, such as Parchment or National Student Clearinghouse, directly to us. We unfortunately cannot accept scanned copies, and they cannot come from you. Additionally, if you've completed your degree outside of the United States, we will also require a foreign equivalency evaluation, such as a WES or an ECE evaluation. Again, this evaluation also has to be sent directly to us from the issuing institution. They cannot be copies that you have or scanned. Next, we ask for your resume or your CV, so please make sure this is up to date and includes all of your work experiences. Best of all, we do not charge any application fee, so there's no cost to apply. We offer 3 different application deadlines depending on your individual circumstances. As you can see here, the deadlines differ if you are a domestic applicant, if you're an international applicant but you're already here on US soil, or if you're an international applicant who is currently living abroad. The deadlines are different because of different processing times and visa requirements. We want everyone set up for success and to have as much time as they need to get everything complete. If the deadline for the term you wish to apply for has already passed, we do have entry terms each semester. We accept applications on a rolling basis, so once we have your completed application, including having received all official transcripts and evaluations, we will be able to issue your decision in 3 to 5 weeks' time. I will note that as we get closer to this upcoming spring semester, we will be prioritizing spring applications. So if you're looking at summer or fall, it might be a touch longer as we try to prioritize whatever semester is coming up next. So something else that students are often interested in is the tuition and fee breakdown. So altogether, our master's degrees come out to be about $38,000 US altogether, and our certificate programs are about $17,000. And then below that, you can see the breakdown of different fees, the technology fees, or things like parking fees if you're coming to campus frequently and driving. And then how are students funding their education? So about 40% of our students receive company tuition assistance. If you are unsure if your company offers any type of tuition assistance, definitely reach out to your HR department and check. A lot of companies do offer this. They don't always make it well known though. So just check if that's a benefit available to you from your employer. About 30% of our students also rely on student loans. We do have our own designated financial aid contact. Her name is Becky Stevenson. Her contact information is right there on the slide, so feel free to jot it down. She's happy to talk with students about their financial aid situations and help them work through getting all of that put together. And then additionally, students rely on scholarships. Jill, if you don't mind just popping the link to our scholarships page into the chat. The website has the most extensive information, so you can look into like outside scholarships and different opportunities available. And then we do have a few additional requirements for international applicants. One of them being that official transcript evaluation from WES or ECE that I talked about earlier. We do require an English proficiency exam. If you think you qualify for a waiver, please send us an email and we'd be happy to review your circumstances. But for the most part, any international student is going to most likely have to submit an English proficiency exam. So we do accept TOEFL, IELTS, Pearson, as well as Duolingo. And then you can see the minimum score required right there on the screen. And then if admitted and you choose to come, there are different visa requirements, such as proof of financial capability, a copy of your passport, financial certification forms, as well as CBIS verification. We have a wonderful Office of International Students and Scholars office that help international students kind of sort through all these different requirements. So please feel free to reach out to them as well if you have any questions about the different visa requirements or anything to do with being an international student. So that brings us to the end of our presentation. I do want to say once again, thank you for joining.